Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So, I was thinking, and one of my fondest memories is going to the zoo with my parents and my family, brother and sister, all of us. And one thing I realized as I got older, taking care of an animal is hard. And I only have one. And that led me to think, how hard do these zookeepers have it? Well, without further ado, let's find out and search on the internet as one does, and we're gonna find out together how hard it is to be a zookeeper. Let's get into it.
Today, it's business as usual. It's 8 a.m, and Keeper Karen's beginning her morning routine by preparing the food for the animals located in what Rigby call the pool gardens. In the kitchen, Karen begins preparing the morning feed for the cockatoos located in the pool garden.
So we've got cockatoo food here.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of food. And that's just for the cockatoo, like the birds? Oh my goodness.
Greens, carrots.
I wonder how long this actually takes to get all the food ready, especially if it's just her doing it.
Range of food. They also like their bread, especially with a bit of butter on it when it's available.
Alright, some nice fruits and vegetables.
All the birds just fed them once a day. Unlike the
Is
other
that
animals,
a
the monkeys are fed
menu,
twice a
like a
day,
menu
cats
for
are
each
fed
of the...
daily. But the birds, we tend to keep this in our
Look at
morning
his schedule.
routine, just fed once a day.
I can't really make it out in the corner there.
Okay, so now we do the pool garden. Yeah, we've got, we have two crocodiles, marsh crocodiles in this corner, just here.
Oh my
Then we've
god,
got
they're
two
huge.
crocodiles which are right at the other end. And then we've got one American alligator which is just in the
Oh
middle.
my
And
goodness.
you just go through there and
Look
we've
at the
got
size of them.
American alligators in there. So this is Mango.
Like, I know it doesn't
here,
look like
who
that
loves a pickle. That's why he's
on
come over to say
screen,
hello.
but I've seen crocodiles that
Mango was
size
actually
in
rescued,
person. Trust me, that is a large animal.
I believe he's from, I think he was rescued from an airport. We think he was an ex-pet because he is very tame and he does like having a tickle and he'll come on your arm when he goes in. Our maintenance man Matt, he go in there. He absolutely loves him. I think he's a man's bird. He don't leave him alone. If you have to go in and clean, he'll maintain the cage or anything. He's there with him. Right, so I'll just go in and clean his old fruit up. What you left is today. You let me in and let me out, Mango? Hey? Will you let me give you a tickle? No? I don't want you to bite me.
Nope, he said no. He said no, not today. Leave me be, madam.
Hey, Mango? I don't want you to just sit there.
With Mango, the cockatoo, fed and his enclosure cleaned, Karen returns to the kitchen to begin the food preparation for the storks, the meerkats, and the red pandas.
Right, so it's now time to prep some more
So
food.
she's in charge of
We've got
all of
day-old
those by
chicken
herself?
and fish.
Oh my goodness.
The day-old chicks and the fish are mainly for all the storks.
I gotta assume there's like a whole
We've got
plan
white
laid out,
storks,
because
we've got painted
having to
storks,
memorize what each individual
and
animal
it's
has to
also
eat
for
and
the
how
ibis.
much
The white storks have the
has to be
day-old
just
whole.
overwhelming if you didn't have like a list, like a
And they
menu
also
for
have the
each
fish
one.
as well. They also have fish in their diet. So I'll put their food in the bucket first. So the storks are fed. They have this in the morning, and if there's any other more day-olds, I'll have a top up at night. And they also have the fish as well.
So oh, Jesus.
I've got painted storks and ibis in one aviary. That's our walk-through aviary. So they'll have a bowl of fish with chopped up day-olds.
Is that for
And these guys are
all the
fed
storks or just one of them?
So they'll share that with the ibis.
Oh, they're
Any
shared.
animals
Okay.
come to us from various places. We are a member of the Zoo Federation, so we sort of get told what's available and what we can breed and what we can't breed and what have you. So when they could come to us, they always come with diet sheets. So we do have to be quite strict on what they're fed and when they're fed it, and we try and keep to what they're used to. Take the mealworms.
I mean, if it was laid out for me, I would love to have that job, just feeding the animals, getting their food ready and feeding them.
What I usually do is give
I feel like that'd be so cool.
handful each in there with the mealworms. We do actually scatter the mealworms around their cages as well. We have these little plastic balls which for environmental enrichment. We put the mealworms in there and throw them around in their cage, and then they can give them a little while to find their food and forage. Right, so that's the meal, that's their food. They've also got chicks each as well. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
4,
so they
5.
eat little baby chicks as well.
So
Oh man, their diet is. See, that's what I'm saying. There has to be a menu because having to remember all of that off the top of your head,
which they have every afternoon.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh my wow.
And pear being their favourite. And banana, so I'll just chop up the pound of food now. Just try and keep the food quite chunky because they're like the bear. They've got quite a hand like a claw, and they've got quite a wide thumb, so they can hold their food really well. We take it sort of just half it, rather than chop up their food small. Now a pounder there, he likes his day-old, so I'm going to put 2 on his day-olds on there. And also what we have called panda cake.
Panda cake? What is
a supplement and a vitamin supplement for them, which
Oh.
on their food daily.
So he gets his own special. He has his own special. Okay.
And also,
Isn't he or she fancy?
we also have what we call E-oil, which is for their coat. So we just spray a little bit on the day-old because we know he's going to get that.
Okay.
The panda done. So we're going to go around the lake
So
now,
much food. Oh
feeding
my
the ducks
goodness.
and the storks, the pigs,
And keep in
the
mind,
cats.
this is the beginning. This is just feeding all of them. There's still. I'm sure she still has much more to her day.
That's our next
This is all just feeding, getting the animals all fed.
morning. Here's our little meerkats. So I'll just chuck their day-olds in first, okay? We got 1, 2. So now I'm just going to go
Look
in
at those little
and
guys.
put their bowl of fruit in their meal.
I don't know
And then I'll
if anybody else watched this on Animal Planet, but there used to be this show called Meerkat Manor. And all the meerkats had their names, and it was kind of like a soap opera because they'd be dealing with different things, different other meerkats, and then predators coming in, and oh, these 2 meerkats fell in love, had babies, and now they have their own little family. Oh no, this fox is. The show was great. Okay, if you've never watched it, look it up. It was a fantastic show, just about little meerkats.
just clean their water out and just clean up their mess, which I usually do in the corners of the enclosure. Okay, so I'll just put their bowl in here.
Thrigby Hall has a collection of 5 meerkats originating from South Africa with a lifespan of around 10 years in the wild. However, in captivity they can live to be 15 years of age.
Oh.
Okay, all done in here.
Well, I'm
now.
sure someone has better care, more access to food, and less predators.
In the wild, meerkats tend to live in family groups of 20 to 50 meerkats in
Jeez.
large underground tunnels in order to survive the desert heat. Although, at Thrigby Hall, they have an enclosure to keep them cool. With the meerkats taken care of, it's now time to take care of a bigger kind of cat, the tigers.
Oh.
Team with the tigers is
Now, for anybody that knows me, tigers are my favorite animals. The true kings of the jungle. Alright? Or savannah. True kings of the savannah. Kings of wherever they live, okay?
basically make sure all their water's okay. check the electric fence is working, which I'm now going to do, and make sure their beds are nice and clean. Regarding the skip, we actually skip the tigers 2 or 3 times a week, but they have to be shut in overnight to feed them. But at the moment they're shut out. Well, they're not shut out, but they're out at the moment, so they'll either be skipped tomorrow or the next day. I'll just go do that now. I'll just go check the electric fence is working, which is just over there, and then I'll just go in and do their water.
Thrigby Hall Wildlife Gardens features 2 Asian tigers, one male called Kubu and one female called Dua.
Look how majestic they are.
When we got
Also, they're
Kubu, our
quite
male,
big.
We weren't sure how he was going to react in a new enclosure, so we actually put an electric fence all the way up here, just in case he did climb, but he's never made any attempts, so we just purely keep that going as a safety procedure.
Another safety procedure before entering the tiger enclosure is to radio other keepers alerting them to your location and your
See,
actions.
that is smart.
Once they reply, Karen has the all clear to enter.
Because, one, I'm sure they got cameras there, but 2, if you don't hear from that person for quite some time, I know exactly where I need to be immediately. Because these are still wild, they're in captivity, but these are still wild animals, so you never know what could happen. So I'm glad they have all these safety features in place for not just themselves, but for the tigers as well, or animals in general.
Actually shut the tigers in if we get like high winds, which we have been recently having here. So they will actually get separated. They'll get separated because we always tend to separate to feed them. Because we don't, it just depends if we feed them together. Jill is a bit more of a slow feeder, so Kubu will take her food, so we tend to separate to feed them, so they are shut over separated.
Smart.
Well.
As a zookeeper, you know how your animals react to certain things. You're smart about it. Make sure each animal is well taken care of.
So this is a
I like
daily
that.
thing normally with the tigers. They normally make a bit of a mess, especially if they just had a clean bed. And this time of year, we tend to leave their slides up so they can come in and out when they want. Whereas in the summertime, we'll leave them shut out all day.
The Asian tigers are a very
there's
popular
more
tourist attraction at
Other
Thrigby Hall.
people are working,
The use of the tiger tunnel
but
and
it's
the overhead
it's
walkways
astounding.
provide the
She's
public
responsible
a
for
unique
this
up-close and
much, so I
personal
can't
look
imagine
at cats.
how much other people are responsible for.
Kubu's water bottle now, which is water bowl, which is just round there. So I'll just go and do that and then fill my watering can up. If the hose work, it may be frozen. No, we're alright. Normally when we get really deep frosts, but all the hoses freeze up. I'll finish at the tigers, all the slides are up and the doors are locked. Okay.
Also,
I'm very much a cat person.
I know
So
that announcing who's there, if something were to happen, you know, like, you don't want to, but also it's keep track of, hey, who was responsible for this? Like, hey, you were supposed to do this. There's no like, oh, so it's very structured, which I assume, again, wild animals, you have to be, because you don't want any incidents that would involve people or the animals.
Years I've worked with many different cats at Thrigby. We've had tiger cubs here, we've now got snow leopard cubs. There was an opportunity when I worked with a clouded leopard, they are my favourite cat. I was quite fortunate she was hand reared, so I managed to work many years with her having a cuddle. So I'd say that the clouded and the larger sort of cats are my favourite. So these we put the food up high, the stalks are quite tall, so they get
Who are they feeding now?
shoulders,
Are these the storks?
and also keeps any nasties away off the floor for them. There's one peahen up here. We've got 2 of them. I generally just I've got to sort them as well.
Fresh water for everybody. Fantastic.
We'll hope to move these guys around by the lake soon, because we feel they really need a bit more water. So the cranes are hoping to be moved around the lake. pretty soon. Hopefully.
Cranes. I think I said
And then we're going to bring
stork
the
earlier.
guys in here to house them in here. So that's all the cranes fed in here, and the peacocks, the peahens I should say.
Leaving the storks in the aviary, it's now time for Karen to feed the hornbills located in the pool garden.
And blueberry's your favourite, aren't they?
It's also weird. She's in charge of mostly the birds, but then they snuck in meerkats here and
I've had
a
eggs, but
tiger
unfortunately they're
there.
very young. And you'll notice in a minute he'll actually start feeding her, which he's now doing now. He actually likes to feed her. Yeah, he's offering him a bit of egg. Oh, yes. You're being noisy, are you? Okay. You don't chuck them at me. You're showing well, guys.
Is he not getting? I don't think he's gotten. Like, he's barely getting any of them in his mouth.
A bad experience was probably the owl when that flew onto me. Our owls get very unpredictable this time of year, so we do have to have both of sort of two people to go in and skip them. And he actually landed on my back and cut all my ears and all my head open with their bad talons. So I think that's probably the worst thing. We've never actually, touch wood, had anything major happen at Thrigby. We're very sort of safety-minded, us ladies. He was good.
It's midday, and Karen's heading over to one of the red panda enclosures. Red pandas are a smaller relative to the better-known giant panda and typically grow to the size of a house cat, although their big bushy tail adds an additional 18 inches to their size.
I need to see one. Where are they?
So he's fed about 9 o'clock. He's virtually out of his food.
Red pandas in the wild live in the cooler, moister, more temperate forests of the Himalayan foothills in India, Nepal, and China. The pandas here climb the trees and slumber amongst the foliage, especially on hot summer days to keep cool.
How much it would cost to get a red panda?
Added to their diet
Or
of
the
bamboo are more
snake.
nutritional items such as eggs, dead poultry, chicks, and they occasionally catch for themselves
I'm kidding.
an
I'm
unaware
kidding.
mouse or bird.
Don't do that.
They are
I'm
shy and
just
solitary
kidding.
animals
I'm
except
so
when
kidding.
mating.
Wild
Females
animals.
give birth in the
Wild
spring
animals.
and summer, typically to 1 to 4 young.
But look at your
Like I say, the
face.
pandas get mainly bamboo in the afternoons. They have that every day. This is what they'll get in the mornings. Okay, so we've got them do that now.
Young red pandas remain in their nests for about 90 days, during which time their mother cares for them. The male pandas take little or no interest in their offspring.
His favourite is his day-old chicks. That's what he'll probably go for first.
Red pandas are endangered, victims of deforestation. Their natural space is shrinking as more and more forests are destroyed by logging and the spread of agriculture.
We've actually got 3 pandas altogether. We've got one here. He's always been on his own. And then we've got a pair. We've got one up the top at the moment. We've had to take the
Again.
female out, which is around the back garden at the
Like,
moment.
this is
She's
just the
caged there.
feeding.
There's
Oh
so
my
many
gosh.
being bred at other zoos at the moment.
She still has a whole
because we
day
are
ahead
part
of
the breeding
her.
Program. We're told what we can breed and what not we can't breed. So at the moment they're just having a break on red panda breeding. So we've took her out just till March because their breeding time season is between January and March. So we took the female out as a use of a contraceptive, really, just till March, and then once March come or Easter come, she'll then be put back with a male up the top. So that's the only reason they're split up at the moment.
Okay.
So, but this little one, there's a
Okay, so now they have a
reduced
little
size claws to fill
educational
in the
thing
mud for
now.
mollusks and crustaceans, such as shellfish,
They
crayfish.
teach the kids, show the
crabs.
kids. Okay.
Here, they feed on
So
chicken.
they have
as
to be
much as they feed
educational zoo
fish.
as well, I suppose.
This species has been a regular breeding family at Thrigby.
Wow.
It's close to the end of the day and time for the last feed. The tiger's afternoon feed consists of deer meat and whole chickens. This feast usually attracts a large group of visitors who want to witness such an event.
It's one of our older cubs. Kubu here, he's been at Thrigby for now just about 2 years, and he's now 4
Okay,
years
so this is,
old.
like I said, this is an educational zoo, which I like.
We
Teach
introduced
people
him to,
about these
hopefully,
animals,
fingers
and
crossed, to have
hopefully
young
it'll help
with Dua.
preserve these
Although
animals.
Dua is in her double figures, she's still at that age where she can breed.
They're quite
Cats tend to
vocal.
breed right through until they're into old age. So we are praying that we have some young here. I'll actually separate to feed the cats because
Tell her
Kubu
to stop
is
talking.
the,
Feed me, please. More food.
more hungry tiger all the time, so he tends to take her food. And it just saves all the fighting and the aggro between them, so we just separate to feed them, and then once they've been fed, then I'll put the tigers back together, okay? Unlike the leopards, we don't starve the tigers. They get fed every night, and they are on small amounts of food every night. Kubu is quite largely overweight at the moment. Dua's okay, but he's a lot more lazy and laid back cat, so he tends not to move around so much. So they're on the same diet as the
feed
leopards.
me.
They get mainly chicken here, they have deer, they have rabbit, and also when available there are hares, another sort of roadkill around here that then all the farmers tend to bring off the fields. So that's their main diet. So I'll just feed Dua first because she's the more noisy one, so you might hear a bit more growl and a bit more snarling with her. She's not as keeper friendly as Kubu. Dua isn't.
She knows what time it is. She's waiting right there by that box.
I'm actually going to try and hand feed her some deer first, okay? She's going to cooperate.
Look at those claws. Oh my goodness. I am convinced. Like, I'm sure they have precautions, but in my mind, if she wanted out of that cage, she'd be out. Look how beautiful she is. Look at that.
So I'll just do Dua first, and then I'll put her chickens in, and then I'll do the same with Kubu.
Tigers, man. Tigers are great. All right, y'all. So that's gonna do it for today's video. I know the video was mostly of feedings and stuff, but keeping the animals on a balanced diet is probably one of the main important things to a long and healthy life. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that they're not really allowed to show because I'm sure there's like laws and stuff in place, like, hey, can't do this, can't do that. But I'm sure most of it, and this is just what the zookeeper is going to do. I'm sure they have vets on staff. They have their job. There's, like you said, breeding and stuff. Like, there's nurseries and stuff like that involved. So there's whole different aspects of a zoo that goes on. Like, this is just what the keepers do. The keepers, they worry about the feedings, make sure they get a healthy diet. But there's so many other people that have to keep this place running, which I had no idea about. And I'm like, man, this is a time consuming, but I'm sure it's a very rewarding position. And zoos have gotten a lot better from what they used to be, and they're more animal focused now. They're not entertainment focused. They're more animal focused, like conservation, and it's good to see. And hopefully they continue to improve and get better. So a lot of these endangered animals, you know, they start to repopulate and just live good lives. But that's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next. But yeah, until next time, see you folks later.
Wow.